Well, folks, we can't put this job off any longer. We have the keys to our new house now. We move in 3 days. The removal men are coming at the time of recording this video. And before they get here, all this Lego needs to be gone and in the new house, because I don't want the removal men moving it for me. So I've basically got 24 hours to pack up all of my Lego room, all of Anna's Lego room, plus the extra bits of Lego that are in our living room and my office, and get it all moved over to the new house, which luckily is only about 5 minutes down the road. But I suspect it's going to take more than one trip. And as you can see, with all of this stuff been going on for the last couple of weeks now, the Lego City has been very much neglected. I've not stopped building new sets. As you can see, I very much have a problem, but we ran out of space to put them long ago, and they're kind of just piling up on the city now, which in retrospect was a terrible idea, but actually in terms of stress management was absolutely needed after the couple of weeks that we've had. But my plan is, I hope, a simple one. Stage one of the plan is all of these sets, all of these vehicles, all of the little loose bits, the minifigs, anything that's basically not a modular building or a road plate or a train track plate, rail plate, that is all going to be put in little Ziploc bags to try and keep those sets together, and those Ziploc bags are going to go into a big plastic tub. The idea being I can then pack loads of them in, and if they get a little bit smashed up in transit, at least they'll be self-contained in a bag, so we'll know which parts are for what set, and I can reassemble them at the other end. We don't have to be as careful with them then, so we can move more in one go. We're then going to take out all of the beach, all of the train track, all of the roads, and basically separate all that off, stick that in a big box, and that can just go on a shelf for now at the other end. And then the modulars, I have two choices with what I'm going to do for the modulars. I have bought some big rolls of plastic wrap, so we could potentially wrap them in that. I'm thinking, because we're only going 5 minutes down the road, in the interest of saving time, we might just put them in the back of the car as they are. They're on Mills plates. As long as I drive carefully, we might be okay. Probably not with the really big tall ones, but with these ones, I could probably just put them in the car as is and maybe be okay. And then we've got the bigger display sets, which will be a bit of a combination of the two. If they can fit in a bag, they'll go in a bag. If they need to be wrapped, they'll be wrapped. Something like the Pac-Man, we'll probably just leave loose, and we'll kind of play it by ear on each of the sets. And this is just my room. Of course, we also have all of Anna's Lego, which needs to be packed up as well. And like I say, there's other bits around the house, not to mention all of the unsorted and loose Lego, plus all of the Lego storage, plus underneath the city, we've got loads of backlog of still boxed unbuilt sets that all need to move over there as well. I feel like this is going to be an entire day's work. It's currently 7:30 in the evening as I start this. I'm going to give it a couple of hours tonight and basically try and get to the point where I've bagged up the loose sets. And if I can get to the point where I've disassembled the roads and things, that'd be great. It's not essential if I don't. I'd like first thing in the morning, because I've got to go over to the new house at 9 a.m. tomorrow anyway, because we've got some guys coming over to assemble some new bedroom furniture for us. So I need to meet them there. I'm hoping I can take the first couple of boxes with me. They'll be ready to go in the morning. And then once they're set up and doing their thing, I can then come back and get the next load. And while they're building furniture, me and Anna can shuttle back and forth between the two houses. That's the plan. Wish me luck. I'm not time-lapsing the whole thing. That would be bonkers. I'm just going to crack on with it. I'll check in with you probably in a couple of hours to show you how much of this I managed to get done tonight. I really wish we hadn't had to move in the hottest week of the year. But, as you can see, the city has been absolutely decimated. There are two of these big tubs full of all the smaller sets, all the vehicles. I've taken the Speed Champions down off the wall as well. I've got all my road plates in there. And I've taken all the minifigs off of all the modulars, and they're all in there as well. So those boxes can be the first thing I take over in the morning. Then I can come back and do a trial run on maybe 1 or 2 modulars to see how they survive just loose in the back of the car. And if they survive, we'll get the rest of them over there without wrapping them up or anything, and then figure out what we're going to do about some of the bigger sets like that one. That one's going to be a nightmare to move. And some of this stuff, I think, is just going to have to be wrapped in cling film and put in a big box. I've already managed to wreck the roof of the Avengers Tower, just taking minifigs off. So that does not bode well for how the Avengers Tower is going to travel. It's going to be an interesting day, but it's now 9 p.m. I've got to be at the new house in 12 hours time with this stuff to let the guys in who are going to assemble the bedroom furniture. So I think I am going to go to bed. I'm shattered. I've been doing lots of other moving stuff today that wasn't Lego related, and I am a sweaty mess. So I will see you probably in the new house with this stuff in about 12 hours. And it is now the next morning, as you can tell by the fact I'm wearing a different coloured hat. We're actually starting things off in the living room / Anna's Lego room. Just a little bit of a sneak peek in here, just to give you an idea of where Anna's Lego is going to be going, and that's where we'll be streaming from once we're all up and running again. Probably not for a good few more weeks, but once we are fully set up, that's where streams will happen. And then we come up these stairs, and that's our bedroom. You won't be seeing in there, but in these 2 rooms, this is what will become my office. There'll be lots of Lego on display in here, and that's where my build table will be, along the side there. But we don't need to be in there today, because today we are working on this room. This is the Lego room. For now, we can open these blinds to let some light in. I will be changing that light bulb for a daylight one, so I don't need to do that, because obviously we don't want to get daylight on the Lego. But this is where all the Lego will be going. Probably going to be putting like city streets on the 2 middle shelves, going around there with my trains running and things as well. We've got enough space here. It's more than 2 base plates deep, so we can have the train track turn around to the corner there, and it should fit fine. Then the top layer can be for display. There's room to display the Titanic if we hit 100,000 subscribers before we go on our cruise next year. We could bring the Titanic back and pop it up there. And then at the moment, I think the plan for the bottom shelf is to just put the boxes and the backlog down there, because obviously when Dave comes in, he will be wagging his tail and getting very excited. We don't want built Lego on a level where he can either smash it up or get it covered in dog hair. So that bottom layer will just be for boxes and storage. And then over this side of the room, 2 of the existing tables will come in and have the drawer storage system and things like that in there. The filing cabinet where the instruction manuals go will probably go into my office. And then I think on this wall, I did think shelves, but now I'm thinking maybe the Lego art and possibly a big base plate almost display area where I can put Speed Champions on the wall. If you've seen Hall of Fame Builder on TikTok, I'll link to his design for how he displays his Speed Champions. I think we might do that on this wall, and I think that'll look pretty cool. But I have my first load in the car, so I'm going to go and grab that and get that in, and then it is 8:48 a.m. and I just need to spend the rest of the day moving all of the Lego. Anna at the moment is back at the old house packing hers up, and hopefully by the end of today, by the end of this video, it will all be in here and we'll be ready to get on with the rest of the move. That's the plan. Oh, apologies for going very quiet halfway through that last clip. The guy who was assembling the furniture for our bedroom turned up midway through. So he's been here all morning. And as you can see, he's done a jolly good job. This is the last you'll ever see of this room. Bye-bye, bedroom. But the main job for today is about halfway through. We're about halfway through the day. And we're about halfway through the Lego. Pretty much all of mine is now in. You can see we've got all of the modulars in, and they don't even fill one shelf that way. We've got a lot of all of the display sets are here as well. A lot of the smaller sets struggled. Some haven't really made it. We have had a couple of big catastrophes, and they are the big ones that we've had the big catastrophes on. So we've lost various parts of both the Daily Bugle and the Avengers Tower that just didn't survive the car journey. So that's going to need a rebuild at some point. And a lot of this is going to need a rebuild. Somewhere there's a bag of all the minifigs that go with all this stuff. Obviously, it's not going to be like this long term. It's not just going to be loads of bags of loads of sets up there. But that is about half of our Lego in. We've still these 2 shelves to spare. So I'm hoping all of Anna's built sets we can fit on there. She is putting some in proper packing boxes as well, so we can leave some down here on the floor. It will just be the bigger sets that need to go on the shelves. And then the last thing for today will be to get all of the still boxed sets in to go along the bottom there. And then hopefully I'll have time to bring over the 2 tables that are going to go here, so that at least we can get this stuff up off the floor, and then it allows us to get the storage stuff in as well. And basically I want both Lego rooms to be as close to empty as possible by the time I go to bed tonight, which I realise is asking a lot when it's 3 o'clock now and we're only halfway through. But I was slowed down this morning by having a guy in here working. He left about an hour ago. So now there's no being polite and offering him beverages and waiting around and action stations now. So I'm going to get these boxes back home, fill them up again. We go again with Anna's stuff. Well, this is taking longer than I thought it would. It's now 5:30. I was a little ambitious before when I said I had all my stuff in, because I forgot about the stuff that was in my office. So we've got the stuff from the office, and now we're bringing Anna's stuff over from her room. And to be fair, I haven't broken it, it just broke in the car. That shelf and these boxes are all we've got for big sets around her. The only other thing she's got is the Disney castle, and everything else of hers is in little cardboard packing boxes that we've put under the stairs. But this is it's quite a lot of Lego, and we've had another accident with this. I had a mega accident, if I bring you through here, with this that doesn't actually fit on any of the shelves at the moment. It basically fell apart in the car, but it is now reassembled and just hiding in the bedroom for now. And yeah, we're just unloading this last bit. We're going to go back and get the Disney castle, and then it's time to start on all of the boxed stuff and loose Lego, and that all needs to come over as well. And it all has to be done tonight because there's no other time to do it before we move. And this one here is having a lovely day. No? How are you enjoying moving so far?
I hate it. It's one of the worst things. That's why I don't like moving. I hate it.
So yeah, Anna's been super cheerful throughout this process. To be fair, she is in an extraordinary amount of pain, as you may be able to hear. Well, it's 8 p.m. and I think I've officially given up on the plan to get all of this done in one day. I think it was a little bit ambitious, not factoring in the fact that obviously currently we live in a 2-story house and Anna's Lego room is on the top floor, and she can't really help with the lifting. She's done all the packing of her stuff, but she struggles with stairs just on her own, holding onto the banister. She certainly can't carry stuff up and down the stairs. So we've done lots of trips, lots of lifting. Anna's downstairs now, just stacking some of her boxed sets in the cupboard under the stairs. But we have got all of both of our built sets in. So all of the built sets, we've got the stuff from my office, which I can't remember if I showed you before, the stuff that's been in here all day. Plus we've now got Anna's bigger sets. She's also got 5 packing boxes of stuff that's all wrapped up with bubble wrap and stuff that's in the cupboard under the stairs. The Disney castle is here. Similar travel situation to what we had with the Daily Bugle and the Avengers Tower. I'm surprised the lighthouse has arrived relatively unscathed, but that certainly hasn't. After taking so long to actually finish it, first stream of the new house, rebuilding the Disney castle. I think there's a very good chance. I've got all my train track and stuff, and all my road plates are in here somewhere as well. The one thing we haven't got is all of my sealed sets, which are under the Lego City, which will be coming and filling the bottom shelves on here. I think they will fill them. Plus, I'd quite like to bring the 2 tables over that are going to be in here, just so I can get this stuff up off the floor. And also, by doing that, it allows me to bring the loose Lego, the storage system, all that kind of stuff over. Because at the moment, I just can't fit it all in the room. So tomorrow, I need to bring 2 tables over, get the stuff that's currently on the floor up onto the tables, and then get the rest of the Lego underneath the tables and the boxed sets under there. I expect that's probably going to be another 4 or 5 trips between the 2 houses. Luckily, only 1 staircase at each end because it's all in my room. The other thing I have to do tomorrow is clear my office and pack that up. We move in 3 days. As I record this bit, it is Tuesday evening. The removal men come 10 o'clock Friday morning. So we've got a little bit of time, but we obviously do have to pack up the rest of the house as well. But we've done pretty good progress on it. The living room's pretty much packed up. The kitchen is getting there. Our bedroom is pretty much done. So it is kind of just the toys that we're doing now. And I think it's been a productive day. And even though it's a mess and really, really disorganized, I think even just seeing some Lego on the shelves will start to give a feel for how this room is going to look when it's done, and it is going to be cool. So you can see that we do have the more than enough width for 2 layers of modulars if we wanted to go for it. These barriers don't get in the way and stop that from happening. You can see there's plenty of clearance to just fit a street in comfortably. There'll be room for track. There'll be room up there for all my display sets. I'm confident that it is going to be awesome when it's done. There's certainly not going to be room for a build table, but like I've said, the build table is going to be my desk, which is going to be in here. So the build table, my desk will be just there. So it's not like it's a hardship to go between those 2 rooms. And of course, the office barely started work on this. We've got a lot to do. But rather than dragging this out, I will see you in the morning, I guess. I'm going to be staying here for a couple of hours now. I'm basically unpacking all of my clothes. They're all already here. I packed them up over the weekend. Now we've got all our bedroom furniture. I'm going to do that and get started again on the office and the Lego tomorrow. That's pretty much the only job I've got for tomorrow. Pack up my office and make sure by the end of tomorrow, the Lego room and my office are empty, apart from just the furniture. All the boxes, like my PC, everything from my office, I want all that in here. This is the room where the door won't open on moving day. This is the room full of the things that I can't trust someone else to carry, because if it gets broken, it's a disaster. So another busy day tomorrow. I think that will be a separate video, because I think this has probably already been quite a long one. In fact, I guess I'll show you the cupboard under the stairs as well. So those 5 boxes are all Anna's smaller built sets that are all packaged up nicely, and then we've got all of her backlog and sealed sets up there, and then we just need to pop these 2 in as well, which are eventually going to be on this wall up there, which Anna's decided she wants to paint, so I guess they're not getting hung up anytime soon. Late night Kev here, just interjecting before the end of the video, because one thing I forgot to show you, and there is going to be an echo because I've left the microphones at the new house. This is the state of the existing Lego room. Still a long way to go. So there is still a lot around the bottom there, but crucially, I just need to hide my address on there, all the actual built Lego is gone. We just now need to move all the loose Lego. I mean, this is a package this was from the rewards day that happened on Prime Day. Got myself my Atari, maybe the first build of the new house. Also got that, and a few other bits. But yeah, lots to do. Gone 9 PM, I've just got back here. I need to go to bed. I've been on the go 12 hours, I'm done. I am done. So if you've enjoyed this, please make sure, I haven't, but if you have, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on it for me. Subscribe to the channel for loads more Lego content, including seeing how this turns into an actual proper Lego city again. Thank you very much for watching.